Broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Here's your host, Andrew Romanella.
Okay? Like, just get the hell out of here. Nobody cares what you think if you're not a Mets fan.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another edition of The Rome Show, broadcasting live on YouTube, Twitter, X, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm your host, Andrew Romanella, and I appreciate you joining us on this
Hump Day.
And we break down football, basketball, baseball, hockey. We got some soccer on deck today. Hell, we even got some golf. Tiger Woods in trouble again. Another goalie fight in the National Hockey League. The NFL is making a good schedule change. Italy, we got some struggles. Okay, this is not Milan Cortina Olympics no more. We got some issues on the pitch, and one of the best beer cans I have ever seen in my entire life. What a great show we have planned for the people. You want to get in on the action, head to youtube.com/the Romanellas, youtube.com/the Romanellas, youtube.com/the Romanellas. Hit subscribe, The Rome Show 1, Instagram, Twitter, X. That's The Rome Show 1, The Rome Show, then the number 1, The Rome Show on Facebook. So many ways to follow the show. Just need you to follow the show. The other day, Tiger Woods was back in the news for not great things. And this is not the first time in the last decade and change that Tiger Woods has found himself with a run-in with the law, that Tiger Woods has found himself crashing a vehicle, and that Tiger Woods has found himself stepping away from the game of golf for the issues he clearly has off the course. Here's what happened. Last week, Tiger Woods flipped his SUV. Okay. The initial story was Tiger Woods in a crash, flips SUV, simply put. Well, then as the news started to funnel out, you find out that Tiger Woods was arrested for a DUI. That's not what you're looking for. Okay. Then you start to read some more stories about more than just alcohol being in his system and other things being in his car. So yesterday, Tiger Woods released this statement. I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being and work towards lasting recovery. I'm committed to taking the time needed to return in a healthier, stronger, and more focused place, both personally and professionally. I appreciate you understanding and support, and ask for privacy for my family, loved ones, and myself at this time. Tiger Woods stepping away, not just from golf, it sounds like, but from the public spotlight to work on himself. I think this is a greater issue than just this moment for Tiger Woods. Okay. Dating back to 2010, when he was caught cheating on his wife with not 1, 2, 3, like 15 women, when he was the front page of every newspaper and magazine. Remember when those existed? Of every newspaper magazine, he was the front page. He was the hottest story because the rise and fall of Tiger Woods is of gargantuan size. There are not many athletes that rose to sit on the pedestal of Tiger Woods. Not maybe the greatest in his sport, the greatest in his sport for a 15-year stretch. Doing things no one's ever seen done before. Things that were so hard to do that when Scottie Scheffler right now does half of what Tiger Woods has done, we start talking about it as a major story because it's the only thing we've seen in the last 35 years to even resemble what Tiger Woods brought us in the 90s and 2000s and early 2000s, mid 2000s, whatever terminology you want to use, until 2010 when things went awry. His wife, ex-wife, smashed the back of his window of his car, and all hell broke loose. When Tiger finally got caught for his bad guy antics, when we all finally learned that Tiger Woods is not that good of a person, though it was hard to accept, which is why 16 years later, Tiger Woods has truly not done anything outside of 3 tournaments. Seriously. He's had 3 magical moments, maybe a few more that I'm missing, since 2010. Because what happened was he was exposed for being a bad guy. And sports can only hold back the true character of you as a human for so long. And again, we find ourselves questioning what the hell with Tiger Woods. And it's sad. And I hope he gets the help he needs. But this is 16 years in the making, my guy. We spent the first part of our career hiding it and being elite. And then the second part of our career pretending like that was a one-off, and it clearly wasn't. Golf, the public spotlight, anything related to that realm should be the farthest thing from Tiger Woods' mind right now. And it's kind of what really grinds my gears. And you know what? We'll call it that. What really grinds my gears is sports hiding the asshole. What do I mean by that? Well, I think we get so enamored with athletes being great. We get so enamored with their ability as an athlete that sometimes we're so quickly, or it's so easy for us to throw away the type of person they are, the type of mentor they could be for the young, the type of human being overall that they are. Sports, though I love it in so many ways and it teaches us so many life lessons, man, does it do one thing that bothers me more than anything in the entire world. And that's allow people that are loser assholes, sorry, not sorry, to hide behind their talent. I hate hearing stories about athletes that are not nice to fans, that have no appreciation for the people. Literally, the only reason you have a star is because the fans. Yeah, your ability gets you signed. Your ability gets you to the league, but you better have the backing of the fans. You ever played in a 50,000 seat stadium where everyone's booing you? Well, I mean, I haven't, but I cannot imagine it's fun. The fans are the reason, man. The fans are the reason we even have sport leagues. Without fans, there's no leagues. So to me, nothing bothers me more. Nothing grinds my gears more than the athlete that is an a-hole that's good at the sport and gets by with it. I want exposure. I hate bad character people, especially in sports. It kills me. So that's what grinds my gears. Tiger Woods and his inability to have character, his inability to have focused on all of this while being the greatest in the world, now has caught up to him 16 years later. Over the course of 16 years, maybe it's been more. I'm just telling you the timeline I have in my head. YouTube.com/The Romanella is where you need to go to subscribe for the show. YouTube.com/The Romanella. Twitter X. No. Twitter X. Let's try it again. There it is. Instagram. The Rome Show 1. The Rome Show, then the number 1. Facebook.com/The Rome Show. There was another goalie fight yesterday in the National Hockey League. This one between the New York Rangers, Igor Shesterkin, and the New Jersey Devils, Jacob Markstrom. Now, this is the first goalie fight, the third goalie fight this season, okay? The third. There were 0 goalie fights over the combined last 6 seasons in the National Hockey League. Furthermore, this is the most goalie fights in a season, so more than 2, since the 2004 season, okay? I don't know what's going on. I do know the principles of hockey, though. When you're watching every single player on the ice throw haymakers at each other, when you believe the situation dictates that both of our teams, the game, something in the arena needs us both to skate 90 feet and meet the other one and start throwing haymakers as well, they're going to get it done. That's hockey. If you need to fight for a reason, you got to fight, go fight. Usually you don't see it from the goalies. Usually the goalies will do it when they feel like, all right, this is ridiculous. I'm tired of watching the 5 groups of you dry hump each other like a football. Why don't we freaking just go after it? We'll stop this thing. They'll get all fired up for us and we'll move on. 3 of them this year. 3 of them. Okay? One of them was in an outdoor game. And those guys didn't get ejected, which was cool in my opinion. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a spark thing. I don't know if it's just the goalies are bored that they don't get to fight. Nonetheless, I've been saying it all year. This National League hockey season, sorry, dyslexia there. This National Hockey League season has been so good. It's been so good. Like, just look at the standings, okay? For the last 2 years, we've had a combination of the Florida Panthers and the Tampa, well, a bunch of years. But the Florida Panthers have won 2 of the last 3 Stanley Cups, and they are sitting in last place in the Atlantic at 36, 35, and 3. The Colorado Avalanche are unbelievably good at 108 points right now. You have young talent across the league. Macklin Celebrini just got his 100th point yesterday. He's filthy. Not to mention the Connor McDavids, the history with which Alexander Ovechkin got to this year, passing Wayne Gretzky, Nathan McKinnon. I mean, the talent through the league right now, off the charts. Okay? Do yourself a favor. Watch some National Hockey League games. Because, by the way, when the playoffs start in a week and a half, we're all going to start talking about how this is the best postseason. There's no better postseason than the National Hockey League. None. No better opportunity for upsets. No tighter contests. No more engaging watch for the fans. Less commercials. Nothing better than playoff hockey. And it's already started. The last week and a half of the regular season. That's how good it has been this year. Good first half of the show, at least in my opinion. Hope it's been the same for you. If you got an opinion you want to give me, youtube.com/The Romanellas, Twitter X, Instagram, The Rome Show 1. Go ahead and write it in so we can get you on the show. We can also get you 15% off. Yeah, that's right. At figtreegolf.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to remember, if you want to get right for this golf season, and hell, man, it was 73 degrees yesterday in the state of New Jersey, 70 degrees today in the state of New Jersey. That's not April Fool's, people. That is the truth. So you got to get right for your golf season. How do you do that? You head to figtreegolf.com, figtreegolf.com. your location to reestablish your faith and your love for the game of golf. FigTreeGolf.com. When you get to checkout, you're going to use promo code Andrew Romanella. That's promo code Andrew Romanella at checkout, FigTreeGolf.com. We'll back after this commercial break.
What is one thing every great leader has in common? They challenge their people to not stop at the first right answer. Tighten the Lug Nuts is a leadership book that will teach you how to move past the first right answer with entertaining and detailed examples founded in real-world concepts and experiences. Accelerate towards your professional goals with Tighten the Lug Nuts, one of the best leadership books available.
Yep. Welcome back into the Rome Show on a April 1st, April Fool's Day to some of you out there. 7:30, state of New Jersey. Hope the people are doing well. If you missed the first half of the show, the Rome Show podcast, wherever you get your podcast, just search the Rome Show podcast. YouTube.com/The Romanellas, Twitter, X, Instagram, The Rome Show 1, Facebook.com/The Rome Show. The National Football League, wild, finds its way into the news when it is not even football season. However, with the turn of the calendar, I am sure there are some I love football maniacs out there that are like, oh, it's draft month. Here we go. Give me the Mel Kiper 5.0 mock draft. Let's see what my team's going to do. Oh, yeah. Now that we're 26, 28, whatever it is, days away from the National Football League draft, there are some draft junkies out there drooling. The drool is just dripping down their face because they're so excited to see Mel Kiper's 17.2 mock draft, where I got to imagine 79% of it does not even happen. Nonetheless, the NFL, they've decided they're going to end Monday night doubleheaders. Yes. We love that. Double up, the round of applause for the National Football League. Finally, making the right scheduling decision based on the fans. A few weeks ago, Rome Show podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast, I came on here and I talked about how I cannot believe that we are starting National Football League games on a Wednesday. Like, what are we doing? Like, I already disagree with the starting the games on a Thursday. Like, just start the entire slate on a Sunday. That's what your fans want. That's what the sport's entitled to be. We had the same conversation with Major League Baseball. Why are we starting the Yankees and the Giants on a Wednesday night at 8:05 on Netflix? And then Thursday during the day, we are playing every other team. That's not what the fans want. What the fans want is all 30 teams playing on the same day. All 32 National Football League teams playing on the first Sunday of the year in America. In America, on the United States of America soil, where the sport is housed. I got an idea. Why don't we open the season week 1 on a Sunday? All 32 teams play on American soil. So all fan bases get to watch their team like it's a normal football game to start a normal football season. 1 o'clock, 4, little 4:25 mix in, little 8:25, sprinkle it in, see you later. That's the only way the National Football League should start the season. But this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, doubleheader Monday thing is atrocious. And thankfully, for the first time, I think in the existence of the Rome Show, might be, I'm able to come on these airwaves and tell the National Football League, yes, you made the right decision. Yes, you made the right scheduling decision. I hate the doubleheaders on Monday. So shout out to you, National Football League. How about Italian football? And not Italian American football, but Italian football. That is soccer to some of you listening to this show. Well, for the third straight year, the Italian national soccer team has missed qualifying for the World Cup. So here's what the last 6 World Cups have looked like for Team Italy. 2006, they won the championship that year. 2006, they won the championship. 20 years later, not qualifying for the third straight year. 10 and 14, they were in the group stage. And then 18, 22, and 26 is where it has gone south. They lost to a team yesterday, like Venezia Instambaglia. What's going on? And in October, the manager of the Italian football team came out and said, if we don't make the World Cup, I will move from Italy. Please move. That is wild. And I'm not on these airwaves as an Italian American sitting here going, oh, I got to root for the Italian soccer team. No, it's just one of those things where it's like, damn, there's no chance anyone really realized that was going on. For most of my lifetime, Italians and football have been elite. At least the first half of my life. According to the statistic, the second half of my life, Italian football has to figure it out. There's no world where technically the United States of America has a better soccer club at the international level than Italy. No chance. So I'm curious to see. Now, you got to wait 4 years. That stinks. But wow, Italy not qualifying for the World Cup for the third straight year. Finally, I got one of the greatest advertisements I have ever seen in my entire life. So, Presidente Beer, okay, made a bottle a can, as you can see on your screen right now, that so eloquently depicts the missed call at the end of the World Baseball Classic on Geraldo Perdomo. Okay. So what you see on your screen on the can, okay, is the strike zone. And then below the strike zone, you see the ball underneath. And this is what the Spanish wording says: our pride doesn't strike out. What an electric advertisement by Presidente Beer. I don't know if this is going to last. I mean, I think you can legally put whatever the hell you want on your beer cans, okay? But the trolling of Presidente, which is a Dominican-based beer company, the trolling from them with this beer can is one of the most electric things I have ever seen. And it brings you to a broader point, okay? And I'm not going to hit this what really grinds my gears sounder, because this one truly does grind my gears. But umpiring, officiating, refereeing, whatever terminology you want to use, there are certain levels when you show up to the ballpark, the rink, the court, whatever. There are certain levels that we expect you to be at. Watched an umpire yesterday forget the count. How does that happen? There are just certain things you cannot do as an umpire. You have to know the broad base of the strike zone. There can't be a call that is missed by more than 1.5 inches or more when it comes to when you're re-looking at these ABS calls or whatever the case is. You can't have rabbit ears. You know that people are going to disagree with decisions you make. You cannot have rabbit ears. You can't make it seem like you hear people. You can't always be so quick to respond. You got to have some tough skin, man. If we as coaches say something and you can quickly just shut us up with a warning, how about you grow a sack and let people talk back to you? And this isn't a me. I had a great day with the umpires yesterday. It's just a overall thing. Like, if you want to be that quick to bite back or that quick to be annoyed, I watched an umpire a few days ago in Major League Baseball, like, be annoyed that the player was challenging the pitch. Dude, he's legally allowed to do that. And dude, he was right. So CB Buckner, how about you take your mask off like a professional? Stop acting like you're God's gift to umpiring, because you're not, or we wouldn't be here in ABS right now. And let's saddle in and be a professional. But I feel like as we've gotten deeper the last 5 or 10 years in the analyzing of the officiating and the umpiring and the refereeing, we all of a sudden now get these officials, these umpires, and these refs that feel like they can speak more. No, your job is for us to not know you exist. We should not know that you're behind the plate. We shouldn't know that you're in the field. You shouldn't be such a bad umpiring crew that you need multiple ABS challenges or multiple conversations with each other. Right now, the NFL officials are about to strike because they don't believe they're getting paid enough. I don't know what's right or what's wrong there, but I don't think they're good enough regardless. So if the NFL officials are going to strike and the National Football League's preparing to train and employ replacement officials, you know what? In the new CBA, I would probably make sure we get those training measures right. We make sure we get those barometers right. How are we judging these dudes? Is there a pedestal here? Like, if you make a certain amount of bad calls in any sport, do we get to demote you? Like, that to me is the other side of this coin that makes no sense. Is it the most protected profession in the world once you get into the pro union? There's got to be levels to it, which there are to get to the highest level, but there needs to be more levels to the accountability of the umpire or the official or the referee or whatever when they make the calls. There needs to be a higher standard. You should have to forfeit certain things. You should not get as many games. All of those things should reign true, but the fact that a beer company just so hard trolled an umpire for a call on the world stage, it's funny, and it's I think one of the greatest beer cans I've ever seen. But I think it truly just represents the greater issue we have right now, which is officiating in all sports being significantly down. I hope the Rome show wasn't down for the people today. I had a blast. I'm sorry for not being able to be on yesterday. Listen, we're in the middle of baseball season, and my team needs to find a way to stop being bad for one inning a game. So we might miss a few shows here and there over the next month as we try and get the boys right. But just subscribe on youtube.com/the Romanellas. Subscribe to the Rome Show podcast wherever you get your podcast, and you will not miss a thing. No show tomorrow morning. However, I think you should watch what we have airing at 7:10. So don't not turn into the Rome Show. That's for damn sure. I'm Andrew Romanella. I'll be back live on Friday. Subscribe to all the socials. I appreciate you. Until then, have an electric day. I'll see ya. Peace.
Thank you for listening.